All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're back with some more Satisfactory. As you can see, we have completed phase 2 up in the corner. I need to go out and ship that container. But also, remember last time I mentioned we have a little bit of extra ingots going here from the automated wiring portion, and I wanted to convert that into steel beams. Well, I did a little bit of that in the background, so decided, you know what, I need to start actually using elevation. So now that I have walls, I was able to just quickly and easily go up, and then I got this all set up. So these are a few things turning into plates, and then we're combining that with basic ingots to create steel beams. And that is up and going. So that is our steel beam production. I need to go find one more Mercer sphere so I can dump these into a dimensional depot at some point, but for now we're making a nice production of plates or steel beams. So let's go over there and ship off this phase and then see exactly what we need for phase 2. Maybe we can, or phase 3, maybe we can quickly get that ramped up and hit our goal. So if you remember, our goal is for phase 3 of the game for the Archipelago mods, so let's just see what we can do.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation.
Yep,
Congratulations, the Phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for delivery.
Right. So we need those rocket engines and whatever that sphere was. I forgot that was. We're making a nice steady pace of versatile frames, so that should actually not take too long to
Phase 2 of
finish
project
up.
assembly completed. You have been performing, perhaps you were...
Let's go check the hub and see what things we can unlock. Actually, first let's see if we can even make these things. Rocket engine, what is that called? Go back over here and take a look. Modular engine, that's it. And adaptive control unit. Modular engine, let's see. Alright, so we're going to have to start making some rubber. Do we have an ability to make it? We can do recycled rubber. Do we even know how to make plastic? Okay, we do. So that's nice, at least. And residual plastic. Just, hey look, more iron ore and water. If we could find another iron ore node that's near some water, I can make a ton of plastic. And then we won't even have to worry about a sub process, because it doesn't make anything, it just makes plastic. It makes it at the exact same rate too, so I would say that's a lot cleaner. Alright, go with that, and let's see, engine, and we're already making these. I can make that pretty quickly. So yeah, the biggest bottleneck is going to be rubber, which shouldn't be too bad. Can we even make fuel? Oh, we can with that. Okay, so if I need that, maybe I'll use the basic plastic recipe and then use this to go straight into fuel. Let's see, is there any oil nearby? Say there's probably some out here on the coast because it's usually where oil is. Anything? No. Okay, we're not near any oil. Way over there. Okay. Well, it's not the worst. We can work with it. I think this was that dangerous area. No, this is the swamp. This was the higher tier area, so I would rather stick with that spot. So we'll have to head over there, start building some oil refineries. Alright. And let's take a look at, what is it? Control unit. Alright, well, we got the automated wire being made. We're going to need all these and a manufacturer. I don't even have my manufacturer yet, so I should probably at least get these up and going. Plastic and sheets. Petroleum, yeah, I don't care too much about that right now. I wish there was a just go back to what I was just looking at. I'm already making all that, so that's not too bad. I'm definitely making all that. Alright, that's well, even though it's only 2 items because of the randomness, I still need a manufacturer. But I can just handcraft those, so it's not the worst. But, yeah. Let's make some progress and see if we can get my manufacturer. And that'll help a whole bunch. How are we on power? There's barely, and I need to figure out why that is fluctuating so hard. One of my coal plants is not going full process. Yeah, well, let's go see what we can send out. New stator. A bunch of stuff for other people. I'm not making motors yet, so I should probably start that. Motors. Nothing super amazing there. That rubber. There's nothing here that I particularly need. So if I could just focus on the goal, I might need to hit some of these because, I mean, someone else has my manufacturer. So I need to send out some stuff for other people just to see if they can find my manufacturer. Now, let's see. Let's get a motor setup going. Copper, right? Yeah. Most of that was going here, which I'm not using a whole bunch of that because this is backed up now, so that should be okay to leech a little bit off of. So let's at least get one up and going. Just. No, wait, did it? No, yeah, it's. No, I need to manufacture there, right? Yeah, using that recipe. I don't think I am making stators over here. I'm only doing that elsewhere. Though, did I need stators for the first off framework? No, I did not. I don't remember where I'm making the stators for. Back up with smart plating. That's good at least. Do I even need smart? Yeah, I needed smart plating for the engine. Yeah. Might as well let this keep going to stack up because I'm going to need 1,000 smart plating, so that's going to take a little bit. So let's just slap this into these for now. It'll take some time, but I'll let it build up. Technically, I only need 1,000. That'll work while we're doing other stuff. Alright, so what do I want to work on? I want to work on stators, I believe. Making rotors. I think I'm making those at the moment. There's a mess of just crap over here. That's fine. Case beams. Okay, so like that. I need pipe and quick wire. I want to believe I was already making this somewhere. I'm gonna go check this other spot over here. Beams are going into for the first off framework. Definitely not being made here. I don't think I was making it over here for anything. Maybe I just thought about making them and never got around to it. These are all making frames. All making frames, apparently. Oh, I almost missed power for some reason. Short-arm cable, that's fine. It's just still stacking up. It'll take a little bit. Okay, I am making them over here. What do I need them for? Oh yeah, it is automated wiring. Okay. So unit. I need 500 automated wiring sent by, but once I do that, then I can change this over to something else. And I can use these stators for other things. Which, 2, 3. Sorry, it's going to need a little bit more, but once this fills up. Alright, so that's not too bad. We actually... need... I only needed 500, so if I'm doing the math right, it means I already have that. On each one of those, yes. Yeah, I already have enough. Okay, so that means we can shut these down. Okay. I wanted to use this stators for motors. Your cable here. I think I have some extra ingots as well. I'm not using 100% of this. Might be able to use that for extra iron rods to make the motors with. Yeah, that could work. I have the stuff for a priority splitter. And 2 more splitter. Like, make sure these get everything they need, and then all the overflow can go over. So, splitter. Can't just straight replace it. Okay. I want to be smart. Then I want right output any, and then I want the center to be the overflow. here. I could just use the rest for rods. I don't know exactly how many I have overflow, but whatever. Just throw down a couple. A little bit of room there. Yeah, actually, it's fine. There. Copy that. Paste. Convert it into here. So I'm making the iron rods. I need to combine that with the cables that are coming in. We'll combine these and just send it down. Here are the cables. These for now need to go around. I'm gonna have to flip that down. Just gonna stick this in a chest for now. Just to get it out of the way and building up. You don't like that? Little things. Okay. These up. Actually, if I want to have the belts go the other way, I'm going to dismantle everything anyway. So, and then over here. Simpler. Connections as well. Similar. This is going to be making rotors. Do this fully means I'm going to be using 3. Get to the full 4. Why not? Cables going in. Rods coming in. Okay. So now going, making the rotors. And those are being made as well. So if I just combine the two, we should be good to go. Guesstimate 30-ish. See how many we actually need. Per minute for each, so we'll just guesstimate. This is going full out, so need 2 at most. Fine. mess, but it's fine. Power over there. Every time. All right, motors are being made. All right, so I'm gonna need 1,000 motors. That'll make over time, and then all I need is to make some rubber. All right, I think I need to go increase my power at the moment because it's getting pretty close, and fix these fluctuations. Let's go do that, and then we'll go hit up those oil patches. Start making the rubber and fuel and plastic and all of that nonsense. I have from bundles and stuff. Because if I was given enough, that would be nice. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I was not given any of those. Some of those, but not enough. Yeah, I need like 1,000 or so of those. I definitely gonna have to start making those. Rubber in here? No. No rubber at all. They didn't give me any rubber. Alright. I think I dumped all my rubber in here. Yeah. A whole, not even 400 worth of rubber. Okay. Well, let's go add on to our power a little bit. Which one of these is cut out? That's this guy over here. This has had like no water in it. These are full. That's full. Up slightly. Is going up slightly. Oh shoot. Why? That's supposed to be even. All the water is slowly sliding down this way. That will make sense. Making more burning. Oh wait, I've set in there. That would be why I accidentally have one too many. There. I'm only supposed to have 6. Not 7. Alright. Well, that solves that. Makes sense why it is cutting out. I'll just get like a blueprint just to copy this entire thing. That would be nice. Okay. We're setting up another 6. I get to go out that way, but the water makes things tricky. Yeah, I have room. We'll just go out that way, I think. Or I could leave a little space and then have the water come in from behind. That's actually a little better idea. And then I can expand over this way and then also have the water come in from behind. Okay, yep, I think we'll do that. Gap so the water can come in. Do I have the stuff to make a blueprint now? If so, I might be able to do just one of these so then I can slap them down real quick. Dude. 3, but 4 should work. Yeah, so you at the very end there. Stick you in the very center. Get my power over here so I can float. A little cleaner. here. A little closer so it doesn't clip with the belt. This. Straight in. Just going straight in. This works like I want it to. Miner. Where's the coal plant? See if that works like I want it to. Based on what I want. Water to come in, right about there, I think. Didn't work. It's too deep. Let's do it this way instead. Let's be a center, and one on each side. Straight going. Good. Alright, so now the real question is, this just connect up. Looks like it might. There's auto. Oh, it automatically. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Neato. So it'll automatically extend out a platform or a belt or a pipe to automatically connect. Yeah, okay. Just slap them on top of each other. Should automatically connect, right? Maybe. Nope, maybe not. I guess maybe we do need to do auto connect. Still water is coming through here. Yeah. Let's see here. So I can clean up quickly. So then in that case, switch to auto connect. Slap stuff down quickly. So, how do I go about doing that? Alright, yeah, so this didn't connect up. Maybe I need to have a belt coming out. Or maybe just a tiny little belt so it knows which one is it's working with. Let's see, did the water come through? Yeah, water came through. Try editing that. Let me just make it. A little bit. Gives it something to connect to. Let's name it this over here. Oh. It needs to know if it's a Mark 1 or Mark 2 pipe, though. happens. Up, goes through. Water in there. Alright. Work. I need to double click. I don't know what it's giving me a selection for. Okay. That should be good. Power these up. Now, right, they're stable. Right, so that is bringing in 480 coal. Using each one, each cluster is using 90. We'll do 5 full clusters. This one built. A little bit extra left over. Main problem with blueprints now is I can't flip it, can I? Rotate. Now the belt's going the wrong way. Well, actually, if I... Yeah. I'll make another one that's only the input portion, and not that. That should actually work. computers. I had computers. Computers on the ground somewhere. Shouldn't be. Yeah, they're in there. Get rid of this and have just a tiny little. That should automatically connect up. In theory. To the other side. 2. Some more foundations. So try and put the rock itself right there. In theory, should work. Part 2. So it's okay. It's going all the way through. It's all getting coal. I need some water. we can just attach a junction right on output and make things so much cleaner. And up, these should all be going. I just basically replicate this over down this way. This I don't want to auto-connect. Work. Give me some room to bring the water up and over. And then these ones I do want to auto-connect. Connect up that coal. Actually, a spot for just the pipe. Up. 1, 2, 3. Now go to there. Just go there. Another one of these. Just put it down there. Let's go. Do the same thing on the other side. Is it not auto-connect yet? So I can connect this up. connect this one. Invalid materials, that's why. I'm out of sheets. Got so close. Let's see. Am I even making sheets anymore, or is this all just surplus I got? I'm not making sheets anywhere because it requires a refinery. Because I was given a ton of sheets. This is a decent chunk of power for now. That is enough to give me at least rubber. Might be enough to hit the goal. But let's see. What do I need? I'll make the motors there so I can actually go ahead and do this. I do need to be making sheets though. Sheets and plastic. Plastic and rubber. Because yeah, plastic and rubber are going to be, oh, and sheets are my breakpoints right now. Hey, recipe stainer. Steel pipe and wire. Over there, see if we have those. Actually, I think we have motors just in the stash for now, don't we? I haven't used a ton of motors. Maybe not. Oh, yep, here we are. Alright, cool. Just take out some plates. Cable. What is that recipe? Anything I can really make use of? Cable and plates. Yeah, it's slower. I'm already making a good chunk of those, so not that big a deal. Sheets. Yeah, there's sheet recipes in here. No. Okay. Alright. That's the cleanest way of making bars. Just straight copper is still there. It's actually not too bad. Definitely not doing that one. Although getting sulfuric acid is pretty clean and easy. It's just cable and water. Combine it with copper. Honestly, not the worst. I'll have to see. Actually, it might be doable over here. Probably not using all that cable. Might be some water over there in that little area. Oh, this is completely backed up, so that's good. Oh, because there's no power in one of them. The cable, okay, looking backed up, yeah. Split it off over here. Is there a spot anywhere where a water pump would fit? Not really. Spot over here to get any of this water. I'd have to go all the way back here. This might be enough. Yeah, okay, so I can get a little bit of water from there. Making the wire here, over there. Here's the cable, okay. Yeah, I'm making a buttload of cable. Definitely not using all this. Sheets in order to make sheets. Yeah, that is literally my only way I can make sheets right now. Okay. To tear down something that gave me sheets. See if I have any more in the stash. I think I picked it all up. Future, I need to create a surplus of anything as soon as I gain access to it, just so I'll always have it on hand when needed. Let's see, any more sheets? I have at least copper bars. Does not look like I have any more sheets. I might have some extra pipe laying about over there. How much sheets do I need? I need at least one extractor, one refinery, and a little bit of pipe. Need at least, Jesus, 40 sheets. Probably 50, just to play it safe. And even handcraft feast, because it requires water. Let's see. He's sticking out anywhere. So I might just need to got this structure so I can start making sheets. Because yeah, I can get back one pipe. That is not going to be enough. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, let's rip these up. It gives me some back. Yes, I need to rip these up as well. Are they even going, is the question. No, they're not yet. It's still filling up the pipe, I guess. Or I guess this part didn't actually connect. Yeah, well, whatever. This is not going anyway, so... take these sheets back. Alright, that's plenty of sheets to work with. Still okay in power, right? A little more power because this one does have no connection. Check, make sure they're all green while I'm here. Like none of these are. Because there's no power. Giving power to power generators would be useful. Also water. And I should be able to, yeah. Okay. Slow leaking water, slow leaking water, and slow leaking water. Okay. Now I'll double check everything is green. Green across the board. We're getting there. It's down there fine. Alright. Now, to the refinery to go make some sheets. I can find one Mercer sphere nearby. That would also be pretty great. I might just pick one up over here from something I'm not using a ton of. Well, actually, there might be a Mercer sphere right over here. Looks like there is. Or is it a sloop? Is there really a sloop just right next to it? There's a sloop. Literally just sitting right next to my base.
Our instruments echo in the deep. Do they not plug the shallow threads?
Can you hear me?
Crescendo, the effigy found the key. Sing more.
I was not created for artistic purposes. I am incapable of singing.
You sing.
Noted.
Yeah, and these ones are underground. At least that one is. But double check this one. All I want is one mercy sphere. Just one, please. There's a cave right here. And it's blocked off. And I still don't have a Nautilus detonator. Okay. See if I see another one off in the distance somewhere. I do not, so I'll just grab one from over here. There's not one sitting in storage somewhere. I do not see one. Okay, what is something that I'm not using a ton of? Plates I use a good chunk of. Reinforced plates for now, yeah. Which plastic do I need? Need a lot actually if I'm going to send out those hub checks. So yeah, never mind. Because I need the manufacturer to even make those last two things. Let's go make some sheets. Cable. Let's just slap a couple things down here. Is there a creature in the way? What creature? There. Just make a refinery as close as possible. There's this little pipe that's needed. Okay. That's right. I need to. The ingots. Which means I need to make sulfuric acid. Okay, that's right. Alright, so these produces 120, 31, so 3 of them. taking that. Then going into this. So we need to bring back some copper. Even more sheets. I think actually I need to one of these making sheets first before I deal with this sulfuric acid. Oh, did I not power that? I didn't power it. Alright, yeah, that's fine. This is not going yet. The water. First, before the cable, I need sheets. You go straight to sheets. I've covering us just sitting in here. I don't. I need to pick some. I know I have some in storage. To fill up. Gotta need the actual copper ore as well, but that'll be fine. I think I'm still making plenty over there. Done with that versatile framework, I can repurpose some of that area into other things. There's those copper bars at. Here's a few. Good enough. Split off a little bit. Let's bring it over. You click if the belt is too long. Good enough for now. Right. Covering guts. That output for a little bit. Until I get some extra sheets. Let's go ahead and do this one as well. Just double up. So, do that. Acid. 150 per minute. Here. To be this. A lot there, but that's fine. Per minute, yeah, I don't even need that much. 5 per minute. Yeah, one of these is going to be enough for 2 of that. So that should be plenty. Alright, so if I do that, then or $90. All right, not too bad. Let's go cheap boat for now. So let's copper ingot. Since these two are already making the sheets with the water. Let's just bring it back around. Need some power to things. Should be going. This is going back and around. Should be making about 50 sheets per minute. Check. Nope, I don't have an output yet. It will be making 50 sheets a minute. Bars going back around. Use these. Yeah, not that many. Okay. That is good enough for now. Up and this one connected. Look at this little cable there. Cable on the belt. There it is. Get out of there. But it's good enough. I don't need to go absolutely crazy with it. Like I said, we're almost done, so I don't need to be 100% optimized. Power to get to the end? Yeah, I think so. So I need to work on plastic now. So oil was right over here, actually not too far away, down in this area. Yep, right there. Alright, so let's start heading that way. Drag this power along with me. Alright, I'm back again. Okay, where were we going? I'm going south. We want to go. I'll just go over the hill. Screw it. One of the joys of the hover pack. I have infinite flight. Pressure sphere. Gotta put the doggo. Very important. Come here, doggo. Yeah.
Your mimic tapestry grows in the shallows and the clouds, but not through the windows. What is your root?
I have no roots, nor do I operate on Windows. But perhaps you mean something akin to the human saying, "My point of origin is Earth. I was created by specific individuals of the human race."
Incompatible music.
Did I say something wrong, or did you not understand?
You cannot be shallow deep. The ripples you cast into the void have no skin.
It seems I may have said something paradoxical. Interesting.
I guess it's down there. A little bit south. Yeah, straight that way. Okay, should be right around here. Right below me. Nice. Okay, yeah. Alright, well. Oh shit. I just realized I don't have an oil pump. Okay. Who has my oil pump then? Alright, well. Is there a way to get it without oil? Well, yeah. At least plastic I can do. Get fuel. Oil residue. I can do the weird ass Christmas tree branch route. It's the only way. All the rest is oil. Use that to make fuel. I can use the fuel with the plastic. So I'm gonna need to be near water, but I might be able to do all this without oil. Style frames are done now, so I can repurpose that. Let's give that a shot, I guess. Let's pick up this Mercer sphere while we're here. Hit the doggo. This is where cell framework being made. I think it was over there. So I might be able to take some of that water from over there and make use of it. There's the wiring. First tiles are over here. Yeah. Steel plates, and all that. Diverse tiles, which I don't need anymore. I can just dismantle all these. What do I need for that? One hit control, I have to search. So just straight iron ore and copper. Or copper, water. This iron ore. I don't think so. Need wire. Should be able to throw down some water over here somewhere, maybe. Not deep enough. That makes things a little more difficult. No other water nearby. That might work there. If not, this should definitely work. I should be able to just drag it over because I am making enough copper sheets now. Right, how many copper sheets are in my depot? Yeah. Making a surplus of those now. I think I'll be able to fit two over there. And over here. Way to pipe some water though. The limestone. There might have been some more iron around there somewhere. Let's go check just to see if there's somewhere a little bit better. Might be a impure or something I'm not using. Yeah, like that one. Where's that one at? Oh yeah, it's right next to it. Here, we'll work with that. supercomputers to make another miner. Dump some stuff into here. That. Yes. I need some more fused frames. Do I have more fused frames? Right. Yep, I do. Okay, cool. I was in the wrong spot, but I have them. Ship out while I'm here. I should be able to do that. Those. I don't think I do. Let those build up. Steel pipes. Yes. Go figure out where that was again. So, network 3. This guy down. Extractor over here. This guy's just going to be dedicated to this, so I'm not going to make it too terribly clean. So this is going to be 120, 30, so it means I could do 4 of those. Definitely will be outputting enough water as well. Well, that's plastic being made. It's actually easy enough. We're gonna need rubber again. Residual fuel. Okay. So, where I set up that Christmas tree branch, I'm gonna do save and reload to see if that changes or not, because that changed previously when I had a setup for that earlier, and it screwed me up. First, let's throw all these in a box. Making plastic. To save. It. We'll see if it crashed or not. Did not. Alright. Did that recipe stay the same? It did. I use that to make fuel. Then use the fuel combined with plastic to make rubber. Well, let's go do that, I guess. Something to do while we're waiting to see if we can find someone to give us a oil pump. But if I can get through all this without needing an oil pump at all, that'd be actually very nice. Alright, so I know I got my circular rods going over here. So I can make use of this. That. I can immediately use a refinery somewhere around here. I need a foundation just to be able to put that down cleanly. Let's see here. Is that in a blender? I hope not. Let's see here. Because I don't have a blender. Oh, packager. Okay, yeah. This will unpackage oil residue. Unpackage heavy oil. There we go. This is 50 per minute. It's such a bad ratio of these things, but does 60 rods for 10 of those. So that means for that I need 60 times 5, 300 rods per minute. That's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I'm making like 100 and something rods per minute, but that's besides the point. Very slow rubber production, but it is my only rubber production at the moment, so at least get it up and going. Make a sink for the packagers. That goes, this makes fuel. This goes out to another one. Should make rubber. Less plastic. That means we are making everything we need, I think. At that point, it's just a waiting game. I should probably make a dimensional depot for that plastic. Make things a little bit cleaner. Can make a depot with plastic, right? Yes, yes I can. Okay, cool. Here it is. That is the concrete. Where was... I know it was near the water. Oh, it's over there. I can see the refineries in the distance. Depot. Slap this down. Okay. Let's get the basics set up. Well, I was going to say the basics set up for those two, but I need the manufacturer for that. So either way, it is a waiting game. Control unit. Yep, need a manufacturer. I should probably start. Yeah, sheets and plastic. That's not that big a deal. That I have most of that going, but I need a manufacturer and a manufacturer. So these two I need a manufacturer. Have all those. I can make those. Probably just do that by hand. That's it for that. And then over here, modular engine. I have those, making those, and I have those. Also need a manufacturer. So modular engines taken care of. Need our manufacturers. So I think I'm just gonna let this run, and I'll send out those hub milestones as they come in, and then I'll pop back on once everything is built up over time. Alright, if you notice in the top right corner, we are able to finish phase 3. So before we do that, let me give a quick update on what I did in the background. If you remember, previously I was converting these iron rods into Christmas tree branches, or Fixmas tree branches, and then converting those into packaged heavy oil residue, and then converting that into fuel, and then using that to combine into rubber. But that was incredibly slow. Like the process of turning those iron rods into branches was 10 per minute. And then I needed, what's down here, 20 per minute. So I needed something like 60 of those, or 50 branches a minute in order to just to produce 20 per minute heavy oil residue, which was kind of pathetic. But in the process, we gained another recipe, which is turning cable into crude oil. That is much more efficient. We have also have this recipe of wire and rubber into a ton of cable. So I created a closed loop here, made it so I siphon off a little bit of that rubber, which I'm now overclocking it because I'm producing way more than we need to, and have a nice little closed loop of using that rubber, make more cable, using that cable, makes more crude oil, and then using that crude oil into a lot of oil, heavy residue, because you see here we're making 60 per minute, and then only a single one of them base uses 30 per minute. So I built 2 of these out, so 2 crude oils making 80 heavier oil residue a minute, which previously, if you remember, tree branches wasn't even hitting 20 per minute. We weren't even hitting that because how many iron rods was needed to make these tree branches. But now we're making 80 per minute. So that fully loaded this up. Again, I overclocked it again because we were able to hit that much, which then is turning into fuel into rubber, and then that gave us a ton of rubber to work with. I still just manually threw in plastic here because our plastic production, as you see way over there in the distance, was making a ton of plastic. So I was dumping that into the dimensional depot, and then I was just pulling that out here and then just manually dumping it in there for now, and it was going. So that's how I was getting my rubber. I don't remember if I set this up last time, but I needed some circuit boards here. So all I did, we're throwing copper sheets in the dimensional depot, again plastic in the dimensional depot, just spit those out. And then in order to set up the actual space elevated parts, once I finally took forever to get or manufacture, I just, again, I set up everything we needed ahead of time. So here was the motors, here was something. These all got dumped in, but with this, all we needed was motors, rubbers, smart plating. I had all those already set up, fully overclocked it, and just let it rip. And it all dumped in. As you can tell, I made a little more than needed, but it's fine. We have completed that. And then I just duplicated that over here for the adaptive control unit. Made a wiring, circuit boards, heavy modular frames, and 2 computers. Heavy modular frames and computers, I already had plenty from free samples, more than needed. As you can tell, we only needed 100 modular frames, each 2 computers, so it means I only needed 200 computers, 100 heavy modular frames. I had that in plenty of that. So again, I just dumped them in here, let it rip, and they all got sent over. So if I set up my YAML correctly, this should go. So let's head over here to our little control panel, seal this up.
Welcome to the project assembly.
Yes, Ada. That's fine. I'll skip that. And send this out. And off, and there it goes. Sending all the stuff I still had left over. And we are completed. Nice. Alright, so that is the end of this Satisfactory Archipelago run with friends. We made it into Phase 3. Yes, Ada,
Phase
we
3
know.
of project assembly
Thank you for letting us know.
Fixit's predictions indicate pioneer.
We'll just go ahead and skip you for now. We'll go ahead and call the series done here. I'm going to take a break from streaming for the rest of the year. I'm going to work on uploading these videos, work on some video editing, try to figure more of that out. I'll also get back to my game development a little bit. But early next year, I'm going to start a series where I start with one game in a solo archipelago world, and then once I finish that, I'm going to add another game to that, and then just keep going, see how far we can get throughout the world. Also, most of those YAMLs are going to be, for the most part, completely randomized, so who knows what we're going to get. Some of those games might be a little brutal, but we will handle it and see where it goes. So until then, we are done with this series, so always remember to pet the cat, and I will catch you all later.